I'm curious, to become a project manager, coordinator, or producer, do you need to know how to work as an artist? Do you need to be a former artist before joining the production team? Can someone who never worked in the CG industry join a production team in CG industry?
I believe being a former artist is nice but not necessary. Each has its perks. For instance, as a former artist, you will understand artists better. If you were an animator before joining a production team, when you see a shot you would have a rough estimation of how difficult a shot is and how long it will take to finish it. But not being a former artist is not necessarily a bad thing. I believe the essential skills for people in a production team are attention to detail, communication skills, problem-solving skills, rhetoric, decision-making skills, and most importantly, responsibility. You should be good as long as you have those skills, and you can always learn artist skills later. Truthfully, when I started working in the production team, I didn't know much about animation. It was indeed by chance that I joined the production team for animation 20 years ago. I didn't have a passion for animation like others. I neither passionately love animation or a fan of particular animations. But here I am 20 years later.
I was a former graphic designer, which by the nature of the job itself wasn't related to animation, but I worked as a graphic designer for an animation company. I saw a glimpse of animation projects from time to time, but at the time I wasn't very interested in becoming a producer yet, until I realized that I like a well-organized system. I like it when things are planned, fall into place and run smoothly. Then I saw that my friend was working as a producer, and I was like, that looks interesting. I wanted to try being one too. I wanted to work on my management skills, so I tried applying for the position and landed on the opportunity at M2 Studio, formerly known as Picture This Studio. This is when I joined Win's team, where he trained and supervised me. I was very fortunate to meet many friendly artist supervisors who walked me through the pipeline. Since I was a new joiner, everything was fun and exciting for me. I was eager to learn about the pipeline and animation workflow from the beginning to the end. It was truly intriguing. I am still working as a producer since I still find it very enjoyable.
ครับผม
Honestly, at first, I am against being a producer. I was working in post-production, working on the music, the editing, and the like. I usually was working in the recording studio and editing room, so I frequently had to interact with clients and voice actors. And since I worked at the very end of the animation production, the deadline was of utmost crucial. Maybe it was because of my communication and time management skills, the CEO of the company saw my potential as a producer. At one point he was trying to encourage me to work in the production team. I tried to resist him for a whole 2 years until he told me, if you are not doing it, leave. There's no more room for you to grow, and your salary will probably stay the same. In the end, I had to give in. But once I started doing it, it was enjoyable. At first, there was some resistance from myself, but at the end of the day, it's an 8-hour-a-day job. You should try to enjoy it, otherwise it would be too depressing. After a while, I started to enjoy my job. I am in control of everything. I manage the schedule for a meeting, a deadline, etc. So if I manage everything well, I will have a good work-life balance.
That's a great attitude.
I agree. As long as we enjoy our job, it's great.